Hi there, big dogs. I'm trying to get home.
I know which way that is.
Oh, great.
Right up my ass, you little.
Oh, no, that can't be right.
This is Will Ferrell.
I'm lost.
You're a stray now.
You can do anything you want.
This beer doesn't taste good, but I like how it's making me feel.
This is Jamie Foxx.
I recently this couch. Best sex of my life. And she dirty, too.
Oh, well, I can tell. Looks like she hasn't been washed in years.
I'll see you later, baby.
Where do we start to try and explain this film? I gotta say, I read why you were impressed by the script. You saw the tagline, I guess. What was that tagline, Josh?
Well, the tagline was a sweet young naive dog named Reggie is abandoned by his terrible owner and decides to get revenge with a few other stray dogs by going back and biting off Doug's most favorite body part. And
I'm glad you made that safe for radio. Thanks for that.
I did, yes. Or you could beep me out if you want the version with all the beeps, but no, that's safe for radio.
This is certainly not safe for most places film. It is absolutely outrageous in the funnest possible way. I didn't expect strays to stray so far into the mad world that it is, but it's so wonderful and it works so great because we all love dogs and we all want to know what they're really thinking. You're obviously a dog man yourself. Is that part of the reason why you made this film?
Yeah, absolutely. I've grown up with dogs. I've had a dog, or at least a dog, if not two, in my life, my entire life since I was born. I have two dogs now, one of whom I adopted from the film. There was a little puppy in the beginning of the film who plays young Reggie, and I was made aware that he wouldn't have a home at the end of the film. And so I called up my wife. I said, do you think this would be fun to surprise our twin daughters with? So when I got home from shooting, we had little Reggie in a box, and I told my girls I had a present for them, and they lost their minds, as most 10-year-old girls would, to find out they got a new puppy. So no, I love dogs, and the idea of, I think all of us dog owners probably have voices for our dogs. I know I always have. And, and they're not PG, certainly not the voices I always give my dogs. They're not always safe for kids or for radio. And so the idea of giving them kind of honest and adult voices was a huge part of the appeal to me.
And you got some voices. By golly, did you get some celebrity superstar voices? I mean, was that part of the dream wish list? Was it just a happenstance of casting? How did these big names fall into your lap? You probably noticed my Aussie accent, so I'm a bit of a fan of Isla Fisher. Some big names. Yeah,
I mean, I wish I could tell you how that all happened. I felt very, very lucky. But no, Will Ferrell, Jamie Foxx, Randall Park, and of course the brilliant Aussie Isla Fisher. Yeah, it was a dream come true. I mean, we reached out to Will. I had a relationship with Will because he produced my first film, Barb and Star Go to Vista Del Mar, and so that was maybe an easier reach out. But and I know Will and Jamie had never worked together, and we're very excited by that. So that was really thrilling. And I actually asked / encouraged / insisted on all of them coming to the room together for their voice sessions, which is not normal in the animation process,
So that's what actually happened.
It happened. Jamie and Will's sessions were all together. I sat in a room all the time watching these two comedy greats just hit the ball back and forth. And it was, and I encouraged them to improvise and overlap and get that kind of natural performance as opposed to kind of the traditional setup punchline feeling of some of these films. I wanted to feel more like, your traditional improvised R-rated comedy where everything feels really organic and natural, and getting them all in a room together, which we were fortunate enough to do, I think made all the difference in their performances.
It certainly does, because I was wondering how wonderfully written that script was that they delivered, but then you can now reveal that there was improvisation and stuff like that. Is that a bit terrifying as a director, though, to let these actors go off script and see where they can go?
I mean, it's on some level when you hire Jamie Foxx and Will Ferrell, it's like, why wouldn't you let them run, right? It's like you've just bought a Ferrari, to make a terrible analogy, and you're not letting it out in the open road. So yeah, I mean, it's not terrifying in the sense that I like we had a brilliant script from Dan Perrault, our writer, and then we would have alt jokes but I encourage improv not just to get better jokes, which they often do because they're very funny, but I find that it just creates a more organic performance when they sometimes can let go of the word perfectness of a script. And that, only comes with a confidence that the story and the script works to start with, so we're just going to add on top of it. What was most challenging, to be honest, and terrifying was when the four of them got in a room together, they mostly just wanted to joke around and talk, and I had to be the taskmaster and say, guys, let's get back to the script.
Josh, you've done a very good job with a very, very naughty film that is Strays. Thank you for making me laugh and warming my heart a little bit too. It is a very warm and funny film. Thanks, Josh.
Thanks so much. Lovely to chat with you.
I really should find my way back home.
Any places, landmarks you remember?
I remember the devil in the sky.
Look at that guy!
In hell, mother son of a
Dumb smile, those pants.
Rip your off and make you
stupid
watch!
hat.
We're completely lost, and my little puppy paw pads are really hurting right now.
This could be a lot worse.
How could this get worse?
Hold on, buddy!
Holy